Hey, thanks for hopping in here and wanting to check out our Realtor System Blueprint Sprint course. So this system I'm going to cover was built around how a brand new realtor closed 10 deals in his first 6 months and went on to become the top producing agent, and how you can replicate the exact system with no tech experience and add potentially 3 to 5 more listings per month without doing the heavy lifting. Now imagine it's a Monday morning, you just open your laptop, and without making a single call, here's what you're looking at. New leads are already in, appointments are booking on your calendars, their contracts are being sent out, keeping everything moving forward, and you haven't even touched your coffee yet. Now, let me show you how it all works in real time. I'm going to throw a lot at you in this video. Now, don't worry, I will break down each piece in detail later on in the modules, so stick with me here. And just watch the videos in order, start to finish. It's only about 25 total minutes, so don't blink or you're going to miss a lot of it. Video 3 has some of the best golden nuggets in the entire series, but video 2 is going to show you how to actually utilize it, implement it, and why it even makes sense. So stay the course, open your mind to new possibilities, and we're just going to hop right into it. So what we'll cover is Zillow lead auto integration, follow-up workflows, smart replies, automations, new lead workflows, booked appointments, checklist and deal flow, live pipeline checklist. We're going to try and hit all of this in this video as quickly as possible and then break them down as we continue down. So why listen to us? We're not realtors ourselves, but we are the developers who over the course of 6 months built an entire system centered around one of my now good friends who's a top producing agent. Working alongside him, we replicated the entire process to automate it with AI and simple workflows that really anyone can use. So let's start where it all begins. A new lead comes in, let's just use Zillow for an example. But this works with Realtor.com, Vulcan 7, even Fizbo forms or Facebook ads, you name it. So the second that the lead hits your inbox, it's instantly imported into your CRM, tagged and dropped into your new lead pipeline. No data entry, no delays, nothing like that. So next, our new lead follow-up automation would kick in. So this is where they'd get a text, and this is where all the heavy lifting starts. So they get a text, they get an email, a voicemail drop, all instantly. But the kicker is that the system uses AI to read the reply and route them accordingly. So if they say respond any interest, questions, etc., it saves time from you manually reading every text and only focusing on the needle moving activities. Now, this here is the workflow that they actually drop into. So this covers homes.com, Kodo Homes, sold.com, LoopNet, Zillow, Realtor.com, and what happens is this sends a notification to you, and when a lead comes in, it then filters based on where they're at so that it can send the proper local number to them. Just increases the reply rate. If you get a number that's a familiar area code rather than something random, then each lead will automatically get a text and an email with curated follow-up. So even if we don't get a reply from them, the idea is that speed to lead. Statistics show that if you don't connect with a new lead in the first 5 minutes, the likelihood of connecting drops by 79%. So this right here could add another 30 to 40% more replies just from being quick to the message. So how this all works is with a back-end program called Zapier. Now, there's lots of different Zaps that can be set up for all sorts of different things. And really all this does is just connect everything together so that you don't have to think about it. It's all automated. When something new happens, it goes to wherever this app tells it to go. Now, again, I break this all down later on. You'll be able to see everything in detail, how to create it. This is really just to give you ideas and the new mindset. So, what happens if through that workflow, if they respond and they're qualified, they're prompted to book, they get a booking link sent to them. They hit the calendar link. They pick a time. Boom, it's confirmed. We have another workflow that goes through. Sends them messages to make sure that 24 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes out. They're getting reminders. If they reschedule, we make sure that happens. If they no-show, a whole nother workflow gets picked up from there, so that you don't have to sit there and manually follow up all the time. It's all automated for you. So they just show up on your calendar, confirmed, pre-framed, and then after the call, that's where the checklist steps in to, keep it flowing autonomously. So I keep mentioning this checklist. This is what we've created is deal flows for both live leads as well as transactions. So once the deal is kind of listed or contracted. So once the appointment's done, they drop into the buyer or the seller pipeline, and here's where the things really shine. The system doesn't just organize leads, it moves deals faster and automatically. So when we move a lead into offer sent, you have a checklist to ensure that nothing falls off and the steps are auto updated. Agents, attorneys, even the client, everyone gets notified and reminded on cue. More on this later, but I just want to cover kind of the top three from my this checklist here. So this is used to start automations regarding notifying the client, the seller, the buyer agent when things are scheduled, completed, when they're live, etc. Basically, you just check it off, and then it triggers the next thing. So not only is it giving you the checklist to follow, but it triggers the next automation, all the follow-ups, whatever it be. So appraisal approved, automatically messages the client and listing agent through text and email that the appraisal's been approved. It's going to build confidence for both you and your client and cooperating agents with zero manual effort. Next, I really like the mortgage commitment received. So it's going to message the listing agent through text and email that the mortgage commitment has been received. So you don't need to remember or forget to notify anyone, and it makes you look ultra professional automatically, which just adds one more step to really building your credibility. And then closing scheduled and completed. So this will send a wrap-up message to everyone that was involved, thanking them all for their time, blah, 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 the formalities. And then it's going to trigger a review request from the client with the Zillow and Google links. So that way you keep building, not only are you keeping everyone on the same page, but it turns closing into review opportunities completely on autopilot, which boosts your spot on Google, cultivates a referral network, everything about it just, turns into greatness for you. So you can kind of see here what kind of happens with that. The email goes out, opportunities are updated, and transaction coordinator. So this one is kind of the backside of it. Really this is just kind of the behind the scenes to just ensure everything's smooth and timely for each phase of the selling process. So again, my top three. Attorney approval follow-up, send a reminder to the buyer or seller attorney if the approval hasn't been issued 1 day after the deadline. Just again making sure that you're ahead of the curve. Even when you're at a showing, it's got your back. It's your autonomous virtual assistant. Mortgage commitment check. It pings the lender if commitment hasn't arrived after the deadline passes. So no more hunting down lenders or manually dropping the ball. The system becomes your virtual transaction coordinator. And then inspection follow-up. Automatically checks if the buyer agent, if inspection, if the date or time hasn't been logged. Therefore, missed inspections, delay closings, and it gets rid of that whole headache. This keeps deals moving forward without you having to micromanage it. So this isn't just a CRM, it's your digital assistant. It's your transaction coordinator, your follow-up machine. It's all working behind the scenes. No more chasing ghosts, no more drop balls. It's just a system that works for you when you are not. And this is just the tip of the iceberg of what I'm going to get into. Later I'm going to get into the secret sauce of where we get all of our seller leads, how we turn them from a cold prospect into a closed listing, as well as some hidden ways to offload listings faster without doing more work. Some different tactics that we've used that are working really, really well. So if you want to see how it's all built step by step, ready to copy paste your own business, you can click below to actually get the full onboarding walkthrough. No fluff, just the full machine revealed. What we've done is created basically a 150-page ebook that we broke down into a course format of 76 different lessons over the shoulder, walking you through everything, how to create it step by step. So, if you are interested in that, feel free. Otherwise, check out the next video. Lots more value to bring to show you, what's possible of this. And if you do take the next step, get access to our exclusive Discord community where we host coaching sessions to walk you through and teach exactly what we're doing each week. No additional cost or anything. Just, if you do take the next steps, it's going to be a piece of that for you. So, check the links below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.